If you live anywhere that gets cold in winter, you know this feeling. 4 months where the course is either closed, frozen, or just too miserable to play. And when spring finally arrives, you spend the first 6 rounds rebuilding the rhythm you had in October. 4 months of rust, every single year. What if those 4 months didn't have to be dead time? What if you could keep your swing sharp, in your own home, for less than $500? Today I'm going to show you exactly how to build a home golf simulator that is genuinely effective for improving your game on a senior golfer's budget. Not a toy setup, not a net and a mat with nothing to measure. A real system with a launch monitor that tracks your ball speed, carry distance, and swing path. Real data. I've spent 3 weeks testing every component, and I'm going to tell you exactly which products work, which ones are a complete waste of money, and why the setup I landed on might be the best investment a senior golfer can make. By the end of this video, you will have the complete shopping list, the setup guide, and the real-world performance data. Everything you need to make the decision. Let's build this. If before I show you the setup, I want to spend 60 seconds on why this matters more for a golfer over 55 than it does for anyone else. Because this isn't just about winter. Research from the American Journal of Sports Medicine demonstrates something critical about motor skill maintenance after the age of 55. The frequency of practice matters more than the intensity. In plain English, hitting 50 balls twice a week in your basement does more for your game than hitting 300 balls once a fortnight at the range. Frequency wins. The home simulator solves the frequency problem. No drive to the range, no booking a tee time, no waiting for good weather. You swing when you want to swing. There's a second factor, joint protection. For many golfers over 60, 18 holes on hard cart paths creates cumulative stress on the knees, hips, and lower back. The home simulator lets you maintain swing mechanics without the cumulative joint load of walking a full course. You get the neurological benefit, the muscle memory, without the physical cost. And here's the financial case. The average American golfer over 55 plays 32 rounds per year at an average green fee of $65. That's over $2,000 annually, just in green fees. A $500 home setup that you use for 5 years costs you $100 per year in equipment. Let that sink in. You're not spending $500, you're saving thousands while improving your game year-round. Now let's look at exactly what you need. 5 components. Let me break down each one. What it does, what I bought, what it costs, and whether there's a better option at a higher price point. And I'll give you 3 budget tiers for the complete setup. Entry level under $500, mid-range up to $1,000, and premium up to $2,000. So you can build the version that fits your situation. Component 1. The impact net and frame. This is the non-negotiable foundation of your setup. The net stops the ball, and the frame holds everything in position. The critical specs for a senior golfer's home setup are minimum 10 by 7 foot opening, a minimum of 5-layer netting rated for 350-yard shots, and a steel or fiberglass frame that can be assembled without a second person. For the entry-level setup, I tested the Rucket Hack Golf Net. It comes with a reinforced frame, a 12-layer polyester net, and a mat, all for under $150. I hit 2,000 balls into this net over 3 weeks. It held up. The mid-range upgrade is the Carl's Place DY Golf Net. It uses high-density polyethylene, the same material used in commercial simulator installations, and costs around $250. The difference in durability over 5 years is significant. Critical safety note for senior golfers. The net must be mounted or anchored. Do not rely on the frame feet alone. At 85 miles per hour, a mishit can punch through a poorly anchored net. I'll show you exactly how to anchor correctly in the setup section. Component 2. The golf mat. This is where your swing actually begins, and where most budget setups fail senior golfers. Here is the critical problem with cheap mats. A mat that's too firm creates fat shot feedback that doesn't translate to a real course. On real turf, the club slides through. On a hard synthetic mat, it bounces and forces your body to develop a compensation pattern that hurts your ball striking on real grass. The second problem specific to senior golfers: joint impact. A mat on a concrete floor creates a vibration chain that goes directly from the club face through the shaft into your wrists, elbows, and shoulders. The entry-level recommendation: the Go Sports Golf Hitting Mat, the 4x4 foot version. It has a 1-inch foam base underneath the artificial turf that absorbs the vibration. Critically, it has a rubber tee holder that allows you to tee up for driver practice. $120. The mid-range upgrade, and the one I personally recommend for anyone over 60, is the True Strike Golf Mat. It features a divot pad insert that compresses on impact, precisely replicating the feel of real turf. Your body gets the correct feedback. Your swing adapts correctly. $350. Component 3. The Launch Monitor. This is the piece that transforms your setup from a practice cage into an intelligent training tool. Without a launch monitor, you're hitting blind. You hit a good shot, but was it good because of your technique or because you got lucky on that swing? Data removes the guesswork. The launch monitor measures club head speed, ball speed, smash factor, carry distance, total distance, spin rate, launch angle, swing path, and face angle. For the senior golfer, the most important metrics are club head speed and smash factor, because those tell you whether your equipment is calibrated correctly for your swing. For the entry-level budget, the Rapsodo Mobile Launch Monitor, also called the MLM2 Pro, is remarkable value at under $200. It clips onto your phone, uses camera technology to track the ball, and gives you accurate club speed, ball speed, carry distance, and launch angle. The mid-range step-up is the Garmin Approach R50 at $400. What you gain at this price point: simultaneous on-device display without a phone, rainproof housing for outdoor use, and shot pattern tracking that builds a shot dispersion map over multiple sessions. The premium recommendation, and if you're serious about home practice, this is genuinely the right tool, is the SkyTrack Plus at $1,700. It's the launch monitor used by certified PGA instructors for indoor lessons. The SkyTrack Plus uses photometric technology, high-speed cameras rather than radar, which gives it exceptional accuracy at low swing speeds. Specifically for players under 90 miles per hour, radar systems can lose accuracy. The SkyTrack doesn't have that problem. Component 4. The impact screen. This is optional for the entry-level setup, but if you add a projector, it becomes the most immersive element of the whole system. The impact screen does two things. It stops the ball after the net, and it serves as the projection surface for the golf simulation software. The critical spec is the material. It must be a slow-fold, high-impact polyester that absorbs the ball's kinetic energy without bouncing it back. For entry-level, a white canvas drop cloth at $12 works perfectly if you're not projecting. For projection, the Carl's Place impact screen at $170 is the industry standard. It's used in professional simulator installations costing 10 times that. Component 5. The projector. And this is where I want to address a critical misconception about projectors for golf simulators. Resolution does not matter as much as lumens for a simulator setup. A 4K projector in a room with any ambient light looks worse than a 1080p projector with high lumen output. For a simulator, you need minimum 3000 lumens, not maximum resolution. The entry-level recommendation is the BenQ TH585P, native 1080p, 3500 lumens, and under $500. It projects a crisp, bright image even in a basement with some ambient light. For mid-range, the Optima HD 39 HDR at $1,100 adds high dynamic range imaging, which means the grass on a virtual Augusta National course looks genuinely green, not blown out. For a senior golfer who grew up watching golf in vivid color, the visual immersion is significant. And one more component that most guides miss completely: the golf simulation software. Because without software, your launch monitor just gives you numbers. It doesn't give you a course to play. For entry level, and it's free, the E6 Connect app has over 50 courses including Pebble Beach and St. Andrews. It connects to the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro directly. For mid-range, the GS Pro subscription at $25 per month connects to the Garmin system and offers over 250 courses, including exact replicas of every PGA Tour venue. The SkyTrack Plus comes bundled with the WGT Golf subscription, which includes an exceptional shot analysis tool that shows you exactly where your shots are going wrong and suggests specific practice drills. This is what makes the premium tier genuinely worth the investment. Now, the complete cost summary. 3 tiers fully itemized. The entry setup at under $500 gives you everything you need to genuinely improve your game. The premium setup at $2,000 is what a serious player would build if they're committed to improving their handicap through winter. Now let's talk about the setup. And I'm going to be very specific about the considerations that matter for a senior golfer's space, because the setup guides you find online are typically written for younger players with different physical considerations. Minimum space requirements. You need length, at least 12 feet from the mat to the net, allowing a full driver swing without hitting the screen. Width, at least 10 feet. Height, minimum 9 feet at the swing point. Many basements have 8-foot ceilings. I'll show you the workaround. For 8-foot ceilings, very common in American basement construction, the solution is to widen your stance slightly and use a 3/4 swing for driver practice. Your irons and wedges work perfectly. And for iron practice, which is where most seniors benefit most from home practice, 8 feet is completely adequate. Mat positioning. This is critical for joint protection. The mat must be on a surface with shock absorption beneath it. Concrete directly under the mat transmits the full impact vibration to your joints on every swing. The solution: $40 interlocking rubber foam tiles under the mat. They absorb 90% of the impact vibration before it reaches your joints. This is a non-negotiable addition to any home setup for a golfer over 55. Net anchoring. As I mentioned, this is the most important safety step in the entire installation. Here is exactly how to do it. 4 anchor points minimum. Upper left and upper right corners connected to wall studs with heavy-duty eye bolts. Not drywall anchors, stud anchors. Lower corners secured to floor joists or concrete anchors. The frame should have 0 lateral movement when pushed firmly. Launch monitor positioning. The monitor must be placed behind the ball position, approximately 24 to 36 inches behind, and at club height, offset to the side by 12 inches. Wrong positioning gives you inaccurate data, which defeats the entire purpose. Projector setup. Mount the projector from the ceiling using a universal projector ceiling mount, $12 on Amazon. Position it directly behind the hitting position, angled down at approximately 15 degrees toward the screen. Lighting. This is often overlooked, but critical for launch monitor accuracy and for your own visual experience. You want no direct overhead light between you and the screen, warm ambient lighting on your sides. The screen should be the brightest element in the room. Total installation time for a first-time setup, approximately 4 hours. I recommend doing this in 2 sessions, net and mat first, then electronics. Your body will thank you for not doing it all in one stretch. One ergonomic tip that makes a significant difference for senior golfers: add a padded anti-fatigue mat beside the golf mat, not on it, for your standing position between shots. Standing on concrete for a 30-minute practice session without proper padding creates lower back fatigue that affects your swing mechanics by the end of the session. A $20 standing mat eliminates this. Now, let's put this setup to the actual test. Here's what my data showed after 2 weeks of structured practice sessions. Week 1. I started with a baseline measurement session. 30 shots with the 7-iron, 30 with the driver. No swing changes, just recording where I was. The 7-iron baseline. Average carry distance of 134 yards. Average swing path, minus 4.2 degrees, meaning I was coming slightly from outside in, generating mild pull fade shots. Consistent but not ideal. The driver baseline, 79 miles per hour average club head speed. Smash factor of 1.42, which is decent but below the optimum of 1.48 for my swing speed profile. Carry distance, 181 yards. Week 2. I focused on one thing only: swing path. The data was showing outside in, so I spent each session on a single drill, the gate drill. 2 tees at address, swing between them without touching either one. The home simulator made this drill extraordinarily efficient. I could do 5 repetitions, check the launch monitor data, see the swing path number, adjust, do 5 more. Real-time feedback in a way that's impossible at a range without a personal launch monitor. End of week 2, the 7-iron results. Swing path improved from minus 4.2 to minus 1.8 degrees. Carry distance from 134 to 137 yards. Shot dispersion tightened by 31%. The driver results after 2 weeks. Club head speed, up 2 miles per hour to 81. Smash factor, improved to 1.46. Carry distance, up from 181 to 192. 11 additional yards. No range sessions. No lessons. Just structured home practice with data. 11 yards in 2 weeks of practice sessions, each session averaging 25 minutes. Not hours at the range. Not a set of new clubs. Not a lesson. Just consistent data-driven practice in your own home. But I want to give you the complete picture. Here is what the home simulator does not replace. The simulator does not replicate course management decisions, the real-world read of a lie, the feel of a side hill stance, the wind judgment. These require real golf. The simulator is not a replacement for course play. It is a supplement, the most efficient supplement for swing mechanics maintenance that exists. For the senior golfer specifically, someone who may be playing 20 to 30 rounds a year instead of 40, the home simulator closes the gap created by lower course frequency. You maintain the muscle memory and the data awareness that would otherwise require twice as many rounds. The home simulator is the most cost-effective, joint-friendly, weather-independent training tool a senior golfer can own. The data supports this unambiguously. Now I want to address something I've heard from senior golfers about this kind of setup. Is this too complicated for me to install and use? And the honest answer is no. If you've ever assembled IKEA furniture, you can build this setup. The Rapsodo MLM2 Pro launch monitor connects to your phone via Bluetooth. The app configures itself in under 2 minutes. If you can use a smartphone, and I know our audience can, Because you're watching this on YouTube, you can set this up. The verdict. 3 tiers. I'll give you my specific recommendation for each. My personal recommendation for the majority of senior golfers watching this, the mid-range setup. The True Strike mat, the Garmin R50, the Carl's Place screen, and the BenQ projector. Total outlay of approximately $1,100. Based on my testing, it punches significantly above its weight. Every product I've recommended, with direct Amazon links, is in the description below. I've also included the affiliate links for the Carl's Place screen and the SkyTrack Plus through their manufacturer sites, where you'll find better warranty terms than Amazon. Thanks for watching.